All right, Mike Everingham here, Natural Current. We have our SunRay high-bred flow-controlled solar pump system for commercial pools, ponds, community fountains, residential fountains, fish hatcheries. I mean, anybody that needs to be able to control water, typically in a 24/7 system here. So if you have gallons per minute that you have to meet for your commercial pool or your water feature or your pond, this is the hybrid setup that you would need. You have your AC and DC pool pump systems. So the DC pump is going to run off the sun, offset any kind of runtime gallons per minute is required for your particular situation. If the sun goes away and it's super cloudy out or raining out, then the AC pump, the three-phase AC pump, is going to go ahead and turn on. Make sure it always keeps that gallons per minute flow rate that you're looking to achieve. This is a true hybrid setup where every commercial pool, community fountain, zoo, pond, anybody moving water, 3 horsepower and below, we can get you off the grid really, really quick. We're focused here on our 3-inch hybrid setup, AC, DC. Right now the solar pump's doing all the pumping required, and we're at 178 gallons a minute. So the solar pump is handling the whole situation here on your commercial pool or whatever water feature or pond that you have. Now, if the sun goes down, as you know, the 3-phase AC motor will go ahead and turn on, and then you'll be paying for some utility cost. But right now, since the sun popped out, now you're saving 100%. Nothing's being charged to you to run your water filtration system whatsoever. We have our AC pump here, and we have our DC pump over there. We also have our SunRay controller, which controls the AC pump by the flow meter. So this flow meter is going to be set at 80 gallons a minute. We're going to turn it on. It's going to achieve that. But when we turn our DC pump on, it's going to offset the need for the AC pump. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit the power. AC pumps turn on. Now it's going to go ahead and hit that set point at 80 gallons a minute. So this is like if you had a commercial pool or you had a community fountain or a fish pond, that you got to keep that gallons per minute set point the same all day long. Okay, so now we got our 80 gallons a minute. Let's see, where are we at? We're at 80 gallons a minute. So the AC pump has done what it needs to do. It's at 80 gallons a minute, our set point. So now our commercial pool, our pond, our fountain is at the right height, because that's the gallons per minute that we're looking for. And this can be 40 gallons a minute, this could be 240 gallons a minute. The main thing is our set point today on this demonstration is 80. So now I'm going to turn on our SunRay DC solar pump because the sun just came out. Now it's 8 o'clock in the morning, sun's out, and this turns on as soon as it sees the ambient light. So it starts pumping, it's variable speed by the sun. So this does about 130 gallons a minute. So let me go ahead and hit the disconnect and turn it on, and we'll start pumping it. So what will happen is it's going to turn off the AC pump because it doesn't need to run because the sun's out and the solar pump is doing the job of hitting our set point at 80 gallons a minute. Okay, I just turned on our SunRay solar power pool pump. That's running now, so it's going to offset the gallons per minute needed. We're at 145, 139. So right now, you'll see the AC pump is turning on. Now, the AC pump is stopped because our solar pump does 127 gallons a minute. So now we're running off the sun. So let's say, what happens if the sun just goes out? Let me go ahead and disconnect the solar pump. Now that's off. Now you're going to see the 3-phase is going to turn on. Because right now something happened, right? I mean, something happened to our sun, or something happened to somebody tripped the wire, or something happened. Now the 3-phase is going to go ahead and turn on and make sure we're at that set point for you. So let's go ahead and do one other thing. Right now on the 3-phase, our 3-phase is doing about almost 4 amps or so. And that's running there. Let's see if I can leave that hanging. All right, that's our set point. So that's the amperage that's costing you money, right? I mean, running your pool, this is going to cost you, a commercial pool, maybe 10 bucks today to run that, or even more. That's because you're running your electricity and you're sucking on amps off the utility grid. All right, so now I'm going to connect my solar pump off the sun. Okay, so now solar pump's running. And you're gonna watch these amps just disappear, because right now we're at 260 gallons a minute or so. So it's gonna go down now because we're only looking for 130 gallons a minute. Our three-phase motor is just going to turn off, and you're going to see the amps just go down to 0. We're at 2, and it's just dropping now. It just doesn't need a run. I mean, we're done. 0, right? So three-phase motor is not costing you a dime now because it doesn't need a run. Our solar pump's doing 180 gallons a minute. So our 1 horsepower SunRay solar pool pump is doing 180 gallons a minute, circulating your pool, providing exactly what you need for your water feature, your pond, your fish hatchery, or again, your commercial swimming pool. There's just 0 reason to run your AC pump because it just is not needed, because the solar pump will do the gallons a minute that you're looking for. Or we engineer the solar pump to do just that, the gallon. Even if you need 300 gallons a minute, we can definitely achieve that. We can put some parallel, and likewise with the three-phase. So instead of 2 pumps, we'll do 2 and 2, or we go up to about 4 and 4. So up to about 400 gallons a minute we can do with our smaller setups. Our horsepower goes from 0.5 horsepower all the way to 3.5 horsepower. So you can see that we're pumping really well. The AC pump is not doing anything. And what kind of gallons per minute are we getting right now on solar only? Is about 146 gallons, 145 gallons a minute. So we're getting 145 gallons a minute on 100% solar. So if you have a commercial pool, a pond, fish hatcheries, right now in a cloudy day when the sun pops out, we're getting 145 gallons a minute through a filter, through a cartridge filter, right into the pool. So it's running well. This is what 145 gallons a minute looks like. You'll see that I have a cartridge filter and I have our DC and AC pool pumps. Now, you'll see how I have it plumbed in. You have 2 check valves on the returns of the pumps. So this is our AC pump. We have our drive controller and our disconnect for AC. And then we have our DC pump, and we have our controller and a DC disconnect. And then of course, everything is controlled on the AC by the flow meter. And this is a digital flow meter right here that gets the gallons per minute. So this gallon per minute spins, so the water flows through the pipe, spins the gallons per minute turbine, gives the reading, sends it to the VFD for the AC pump, and it controls the AC pump. This really proves to you, as you might have seen before, how our SunRay high-bred system works on an AC-DC setup and the set point, your gallons per minute set point. Right now, the AC motor is not going full speed. It's just doing what it needs to do to help the solar pump and this sun behind the clouds, the sun rays that are coming through to the solar panels. So right now, it's just gonna do what it needs to do. The both systems working hand in hand. So if you're wondering, you know, does the solar pumps work in the rain? I'm seeing about 73 gallons a minute. So if you're pumping on your commercial pool or your fish hatchery or your pond, and you needed 150 gallons a minute, at least you know half of it is being done by the sun in the pouring rain. If you want to get your commercial pool set up as a hybrid scenario so you can save that 40–60%, or if you want to get your fish hatchery done, your pond, your community fountain. Hope you understand it. If you have any questions, give me a call. Hit our website, naturalcurrent.com, solarpool.com. You can give me a call directly at 949-636-4358. Ask for Michael.